We're live.
Hey, everybody, I'm Ed.
Hi, everyone. I'm Barb.
And we're the Streeters.
Welcome to the ARTyRV live stream. I haven't been here in so long, I forget what we're doing.
We're happy to be back, though, I tell you. And we're everything's good to go. And we're happy to be back on the air and back with all of our friends and colleagues.
Well, welcome to the ARTyRV Glass Studio, and welcome to our live Q&A, where we attempt to answer your questions about stained glass. So if you have a question, just put it in the comments below, and we'll be happy to ask. And Ray, so good to see you. I saw where you sent me a message, and I did not answer you, but I hope that you're feeling fine, and we are so glad to see you online tonight.
Good to see you, my friend.
Mark, welcome back. Mark from Goose Creek, thank you so much for tuning in. CM is here. Hello, CM. So welcome back to the ARTyRV Glass Studio. We probably lost a few viewers over the month, but we're ready to jump back in.
Get back in it, and we have to, we're going to jump right back in it. Ed's feeling good. Barbara took such wonderful care of me the last month, and we graduated from a walker to a cane. So we're really happy now, and want to welcome everybody back to.
Welcome, Mary Beth. Good to see you.
The ARTyRV Glass Studio channel.
Yeah. So we had two milestones that happened in February. February 22nd, I believe we crossed the 150,000 views for our videos. So that was a big milestone for us. And also on the 25th of February, we passed the 4,000 subscribers.
Oh, that's awesome, Barb.
I think we're up to 4,200 now.
I remember how long it took us to get 1,000 subscribers.
So so good to see people coming on. And so we're going to jump right into questions. We had some come in over the last couple of weeks, and I wanted to make sure that we answered everyone as best we can. And I've told people to tune in, so I hope everyone is here. But CM says congratulations.
Oh, thanks. Hey, so we're going to try and answer the questions that were written in while we were on our downtime and recovering. So, and then whatever questions that you guys have for us tonight. I'm sure everybody's been real busy. The weather's changing a little bit.
Yeah, it's beautiful here. Here it is absolutely gorgeous. So we had a question come in. A new viewer watched your cutting patterns video. And their question was, and I know people that are starting out always get confused about this. So Angela said, where does she cut her pattern? It seems like when she cuts it on the inside marker line, or is she supposed to do it on the outside of her marker line?
No, the inside of your marker line is the size, is your pattern size. But what you have to remember is you have to cut right on the inside of that line. You can't come inside, a 32nd or a 16th of an inch, because by the time you grind it, it's not going to fit. So what you want to do is trace your pattern on your paper or onto your glass, and then you want to cut that directly on that line on the inside, directly on it. Now you can grind away a little bit of black, if you need to, but you definitely don't want to cut it on the outside, because then you got to grind it all the way back to make it fit. So get a thin marker and cut to the inside of that black line, but on the black line, not inside away from it.
So that black line should be where the two pieces of glass meet. So she should be to the inside of that.
On both sides.
On both sides.
Yeah, that black line is what's is giving you your, if you've used pattern shears, or if you use the little razor blade trick that we have on our webpage, on the ARTyRV page, if you've used the little razor blade trick, that distance between those two razor blades is just a tiny bit more than the overall width of two pieces of copper foil put together.
Right.
That's a good question, though, because a lot of people think they can grind it away. And if you have a lot of time, sure, grind it. But I wouldn't do it. I would
teach yourself,
teach yourself how to cut glass correctly. and you won't have any problems.
And then if you have to grind a little bit, that's no big deal.
Yeah, grinding a little bit is always okay. It's just don't spend days doing it. Right,
Yeah.
Barb?
Yeah. You could really
Unless you're doing
waste a lot of time.
Yeah, unless you're doing a lamp with 1,000 pieces or so, then it's days no matter how you
Yeah,
look at it.
guys, if you have any questions, just put them in the comments. Dave wanted to know, he's new to stained glass and he wants to do mixed media.
Okay.
So he wants to put plates and other things with the glass, and he realizes that some of the glass is thicker and heavier. Number one, can he do that? And number two, does he have to add extra reinforcement?
Probably the first is yes. And the second answer to your other question, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, you need to.
Yeah, you need to reinforce it. You know, if you could, I would try and use lead and copper foil mixed together, so that then you're truly using a mixed media. You're using both aspects of the art glass industry, which is their copper foil method, and your lead method. And now if you're going to be using broken plates, what are those things? Geodes. I've seen geodes in windows. Seen a lot of different things. However, you know, if you're going to make it so that it's almost three-dimensional, keep in mind reinforcing or structurally making the window structurally sound is going to be your biggest task. So keep that in mind.
Magali is here.
Hey,
Mimi
girl.
is here. Christy is here. And
thank you for not abandoning us.
Rochelle is here as well. So everybody's kind of jumped in. I was worried that y'all wouldn't get the message or had been so tired of getting messages, and then we could not get our internet at our house to work.
Our internet at our house is like, never mind. We don't even want to tell you. Beep.
Rochelle said she watched the installation of the oak tree over and over, and she thought it was amazing. Ed did a fantastic job.
I had a lot of help. I had Barbara and Phil there with me. And let me tell you something, with the right crew, any job is not as difficult. And we had the right crew. So, it could have been worse. I don't think it could have been better, though. Everything fit. That was the main thing.
So we have a viewer in Canada that also watched the Brook Green job installation. Wow. And their question was, are the windows siliconed into place, and is there clear glass installed on both sides?
Actually, yeah, well, you know, we installed the Brook Green project or the Live Oak project behind an existing curtain wall transom. Curtain wall being the type of metal that's used within the storefront system. So there's an insulated unit on the outside, and then we put our glass directly against the inside of the inside pane of the glass. And then we held it in with what's called a 1/2 by 1/2 pre-punch stop. Now, there are very little sealant around that job because we don't want the windows to get so hot. We want them to breathe. And if for any reason we ever had to take them out, we definitely don't want a bunch of caulk and gumming up the windows. So they fit really nice. We had to shave 1 or 2 of them down, which is better than trying to stretch them, of course. You know that. So, but we had a good time, and it was a great installation. And thanks for the question.
Yeah, that was from Canada. So we do have questions about silicone and stained glass. And
you really don't want to, if you can at all get away with silicone or seal your protective glazing in, lay your stained glass against it, put your molding around the inside, and don't caulk it.
Now, sometimes when you have cabinet doors or front doors, you may have to put a little bit of silicone in there to keep that rattle down. But you just need a couple dots. You don't need to be silicone in that stained glass into place. Or if it's damaged, you can never get it out for a repair.
Always try to remember to use a protective glazing in front of your stained glass window, if at all possible. Interior cabinet doors, don't even worry about it because the cabinet doors look better that way without anything in front of them.
Oh, yeah.
What you're doing, like in your front door with that protective glass, is every time that door closes, it catches a pocket of air and it does this. So eventually it's going to either stretch or the lead joints are going to crack. But if you'll use a piece of safety glazing, and only 1/8 of an inch thick is fine, but it must be tempered safety glazing. And you'll find that you won't have any problems. Go ahead and reinforce your window. Use your tempered safety glazing in front of it. As another reason for safety glazing in a door, it's inevitable. You could have the biggest doorbell in the world and somebody's going to knock on your stained glass. Believe it.
I just want to say hello to Glenda from Iowa. Vonnie is here from Ireland. He said it's late there and it's windy. And doesn't know if he'll last very long. It's late there, but hi, Vonnie.
Yeah, thank you for tuning
awesome.
in. Yeah, that's awesome.
And of course, Mimi is here. And I don't know if I had said that before, but
well, we're happy to have everybody
if I
back.
got everyone. I
Yeah,
wanted to see Christy, Mimi, Magali. Okay, CM. All right.
All your well wishes and everything did not go unheard, I promise you. And thank you all very much, every one of you.
Yeah, thank you so much. It got us through some tough days. So
really tough days, right?
Yeah, we had some tough days.
We've had some tough days.
Okay,
But anyway, it's all good because we're back with you guys.
So Susan wanted to know about cutting oil. She said, do we use it and how much?
I do use cutter oil, but only when we get a new cutter head maybe on the cutter. Eventually what happens is there's a wick inside your cutter. And once you get that wick wet, which is only, just a little bit of an eyedropper of oil. And once you use all of that, your cutter should be fine as far as lubricant goes for quite a while, actually. Because what you're going to find is that your cutter oil will lubricate that cut while your cutter head is still very hot. By being hot, I mean, it doesn't take a lot of pressure to get little rooster tails of glass flickering up behind you. So as that oil and you use your cutter oil, that cutter is going to cool off and dial in to your hand, and then you're going to be able to enjoy it. But cutter oil in the beginning is fine. Don't overfill it because it just makes a mess and it gets all over your hands. Try to use the water-soluble glass cutter oil if you can. It's much easier to clean off.
Thank you, Ed.
I know I'm kind of winded tonight.
Yeah. So we had a question about the glue chip. What type of glue?
What type of glue?
The glue chip glue. Yes.
We use animal hide glue.
And that was Chris.
And it is in chips and flakes. It has to be melted. It has to be kept at 140 degrees for approximately 1 hour. Cooking at 140, not higher, not lower, but 1 hour at 140, and you'll find you'll have a beautiful, beautiful mixture.
Yep.
Sending somebody out 3 bags of it today.
So. Yeah. So another question from Ed, actually.
Oh.
He wanted to know about removing the final glue chip from the glass, because I don't think we showed that it chips off on its own, so it'll completely chip off. But he wanted to know if it would work on regular window glass. He had a lot of panes of window glass and wanted to know if
it will work on the panes of window glass, but you have to etch the glass first. The glass has to be etched because otherwise there's nothing for the glue to stick to. So those panes that you have, Ed, we're going to have to be sandblasted, frosted, roughed up. You get the idea. They're going to have to be frosted, and then you can cook the glue and put it on it. Usually when the glue chipping is done correctly, you can take your fingernail and just flick off a little tiny bit, or even a little wire brush will knock off what excess glue may be stuck to itself. I think a little brass brush works the best though, because it won't scratch the glass.
Okay. Okay. Well, do we have any more questions?
We got any more questions tonight, everybody? It's a beautiful night in South
It
Carolina.
is.
I hope
It is
everyone
gorgeous.
is just enjoying this beautiful evening. I know we have some cold weather coming down, and
Thank you, Christy. Christy said my hair's getting so long.
it's so pretty though, isn't it? I love it.
Thank you.
That's just me, y'all.
Uh,
That's just me.
I'm just looking gray hairs in style now. Okay. Thank you, Christy. So, if you have any questions, go ahead and ask. Ed has a, what you got coming up, Ed?
Hey, we got a quick little glass chat coming
You
up.
got some glass.
I'm going to
chatting
rearrange
coming
my
up?
stool here just for a moment. Just going to slide in a little bit. There we go.
Okay.
I want y'all to know that the new hip feels great. It's just that muscle that they stretched around my neck that hurts.
So, yeah, let's go ahead and get you. You need the camera? Yeah, we did fix the camera.
Yeah, we did fix the camera, and I don't think we have an echo tonight. But I want to show y'all something. This is my glass cutter, and you can see on this side, you can see the paints wore off because I cut left-handed most of the time.
They can't see that. You got it.
I'm sorry. There we go.
You
Hang on. There we go.
There you go.
See that? The paint's gone, and I'll flip it over, and the paint's there. But what I want to show you is this little area right here where the wheel is, and there's a pin that goes through that wheel that holds that wheel on. Okay, I'm sorry.
If you keep moving it around, it can't focus. So you're best to just.
And I'm just going to leave it right here like this.
Yeah.
So what I want you to know is that sometimes you're going to pick up one day you'll pick up your glass cutter after cutting a lot of glass, and it may even have a little skip in it. But what I don't want you to do is get all upset because your favorite glass cutter has a skip in it. More than likely, what you have is over the period of time of cutting glass, your stained glass, your art glass has desiccant on it. It has dust on it, for goodness sakes. And I had to clean off a bunch of glass today that, guess what it had on it? Pollen. The worst thing in the world. So what I want to show you is that little groove right there that your wheel sits in on your cutter head. If that gets filled up with junk, I'm just moving my cutter. If that gets filled up with junk, y'all, it will cause your cutter to skip because it won't flow freely in there. So what I want you to do is you take a straight pin, just like that, and you put it right under the wheel. Okay, just like that. And I want to show you something. We can get right down on the paper here, and I'm going to show you. Okay.
Wow, it was dirty.
Okay, so you see that right there? Y'all, that could cost you a $48 cutter head. Take just a few minutes, clean out your cutter head. I can see through there now. Barb can see through there.
We can't. Here,
I know you can't see through there.
Oh, there you go.
But you can see through it now, and it was filthy. So take a moment, clean your cutter head in between the wheel there, and you'll find it may start acting better. And you see all the dirt. Just remember, this is your pride and joy piece of equipment for your toolbox. Please take good care of it. Take really good care of it.
Thank you. Well, who would know that there was dirt down in there?
Think about it. Yeah.
Crazy.
It's
right?
crazy. Yeah. So, and then y'all, tonight I have one piece of glass I want to share with you.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to share this piece of glass with everybody, Barb.
Okay. Let me see.
Okay.
Okay.
So this glass is a Wismac glass. It's Wismac number 163W, which means it's a wispy glass. Okay. And I want you to, it's so beautiful. It's a beautiful green and purple wispy. I'm going to flip it over so you can kind of see the colors a little bit better. There we go. That looks pretty good. I hope you can see that. So again, this is a Wismac. It's a wispy. It's number W163. It's a beautiful glass. And I'll tell you, in the light, this purple that's with this green looks pink. So, and you may have seen it in some old church windows, but anyway, if you need a beautiful glass, Wismac number 163 is the way to go with pink and green, but it's actually purple and green. Thanks again for tuning in tonight. This is Ed with Glass Chat. Don't forget, keep your cutter clean and your table cleaner.
Okay, so thank you, Ed. That was very informative.
You're welcome, Barb.
And what was the number on that Wismac?
Oh, that was a Wismac number 163W.
163W. Okay.
Remember, the W at the end of the number tells you whether it's streaky, double rolled, granite, whatever. That W means it's wispy.
Okay. Nice. Nice. Wismac 163. Okay. Magali is doing a stained glass wooden snowshoe. And she says that pretty much everyone uses silicone. What else could she use? Christy had answered her. Glazier points.
Yeah, glazing points. In a snowshoe, because it's wood, even though it's probably a really hard wood, you should be able to use glazing points, possibly.
That's a tough one because that wood is that is a
yeah,
hard
because
wood.
we do those. Sometimes we've done those horse collars.
And what I don't like about the push points is they can if you run your finger around it or something, you can get
it'll
stuck.
snag you. Now that, I mean, Magali, again, that's not something you're taking out of that. Once you put it in that snowshoe, hun, it's there.
Yeah.
So we're talking about not siliconing or sealing in windows behind other windows.
Like stained
glass windows.
Doors.
So if you're doing a snowshoe, hun, put it in there the way that it's going to stay in there for your customer and make it look nice. Yeah. Remember, if you're siliconing, keep your fingers out of it.
Another thing you could use is a real thin, flexible molding. And actually glue that in.
And honestly,
silicone that in.
In cabinet doors, we've used rope for the molding. Try the rope, Magali, with
that might be
a
pretty.
Small finish nail and drive it right into the snowshoe. A small little 1/4-inch diameter, really cool looking rope. A hemp would be good. Mm-hmm. But try that, Magali. That's another idea.
Nice
good idea,
finish.
Barb.
Nice finish, yeah. Flexible molding. That way you're putting that in, and if anything happens to the glass, then you can take it out.
Yeah, because the snowshoe is woven anyway. I don't know what material it's woven from, but it is woven.
There's the options. Yeah. Okay. Do we have any other questions? Comments? Complaints?
We got any complaints from the complaint department?
Bonnie. Oh, you are a gal. Okay. I get it wrong all the time. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. And, but it's very nice to meet you. I have relatives in Ireland. I don't know exactly where, but apparently I've got second and third cousins there.
That's one of our bucket list trips.
That's my on my bucket list. So,
I want to just stand on a cliff and just holler.
Yeah.
Just for the fun
of it. So beautiful there.
So beautiful in Ireland.
Yes. So any questions?
I hope that helped you out about your glass cutter because, your cutter head can start skiffing at any moment. And it could be just because of a little bit of dirt.
Yeah. So we're real happy to be back. We've got some projects coming up, some new videos coming out. So you'll see a lot more of us. You probably get pretty tired of hearing from us, but we're ready to get back
We're ready
into
to
it
get
and
back.
jump in.
Hey, this is one we just finished up today.
Yeah.
Just got it finished up and framed. We're
We've
ready.
got a lot of work. Yeah, we finished this little repair. I think Ed did a great job. So
we kept the BB hole because our customer said that BB hole was there when him and his wife were married 67 years ago.
That's sweet.
Isn't that sweet? Keep the BB hole, Mr. Ed. Keep the BB hole.
So, any projects y'all would like to share with each other?
Or share with us.
Or share with us?
Yeah, we'd love to hear about your projects.
Yeah. What's your next project, Ed?
My next project is finishing up two churches that were broken into earlier in the fall while we were in the middle of the Live Oak project. We're going to get those done, and then we're going down and we have a big restaurant job coming up that we're going to go ahead and finalize probably around the first part of May.
Yeah, we have restoration jobs and that we're getting out of the way. All that'll be done this month, and then
we'll go down and get all of our measurements for the big job, right?
Yeah, I was thinking that one job doesn't have to be done till May.
Right.
But we have a lot of work lined up that people have been holding off on, and
they've been patiently waiting.
Yeah,
we have lamps in the wings.
So glad to be back. We can't wait.
We have lamps and windows in the wings awaiting. So we're really happy about that.
Bonnie said that she lives near the cliffs of Moher County, Claire.
Oh, well, we'll look that up when we get home.
Yeah, we'll look it up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, beautiful. What do you think about using a glass refrigerator shelf to make a light box?
Go for it.
Excellent.
It's safety glass, so you've got part of it taken care of. It's 1/8 of an inch glass. Very easy. Probably like 16 by 23.5 is your size. What a great size for a light box.
Okay, Magali, I'll check that when I go to my email and I'll get back in touch with you. We'll be here, I think. Pretty much sure. Magali said she's coming up.
Yeah, we'll be here. We'll make sure we're here because, hey, it costs $500 now to fill the motorhome.
We're not going anywhere.
Going anywhere.
We've decided we'll be taking the motorhome to the beach and back, which is like 30 miles from here. Until gas goes down, we can't afford to.
We'll just go hook it up for a week, and we'll commute back and forth to work every day if we want. So
okay. Rochelle said she's hit an artistic block. Are there any suggestions, Ed? What suggestions do you have when you hit an artistic block?
Like a drawing block, you can't. Usually what I'll do is, well, there's a lot of different ways, I think, to attack a block, an artist block. But what I found is that if I walk away from it and just go do something else that I've been wanting to do. Sometimes in the middle of something else that you've been wanting to do, what you were working on prior to that, it'll just like come to you and just move right through you. And you'll be able to go right back in the studio and you'll be like, duh, why didn't I think of that? This is so awesome.
Now, what was your suggestion? To
just go do something else that you've been wanting to do.
Mm-hmm.
Just do something else that you've been wanting to do. If you've been wanting to go outside and plant some flowers, not a lot of you can't do that yet. But what I'm saying is just find a different avenue, a different train of thought, just for a small period of time, and you'll find that if you walk away from it, when you come back, you see things just a little bit differently, don't you think, Barb?
Mm-hmm.
Lucky for me, I have Barbara to bounce things off of, and to, she can help me because I get blocked too. But a lot of times we'll say, hey, why don't we just ride and why don't we go get a latte?
Yeah, that'll get you going, right?
And and then we'll just take a ride and just kind of talk about what we're in the middle of and what we're doing. But try to do it. Try to do it where you go do something else that you've been wanting to do, and then come back to it.
Yeah, I would say if you have a writer's block, to definitely leave it, and try to find the time of day that you are most creative.
For me, it's in the morning.
Yeah, if you're most creative in the morning, then save those things that you have to be, do those things in the morning, do those creative. Because for me, if I get really busy in the afternoon and I start doing like math work or the books or something like that, I've just crushed my creativity. There's no way I can go back.
She can't dig back out of that. There's just no way.
Once I get in that, it's no coming back. So if you're creative in the morning, then jump right in and do your creative things in the morning. If it's late at night, then make time late at night to work late at night. So find that creative time.
Yeah. And when Barbara's writing, there is no set time for that. It's when it's all of a sudden it gets turned on, and then just stay out of her way because she's writing.
Yep.
She's being creative.
Joyce says she's in the process of organizing her shop, and she's finding that the scrap is just kind of overwhelming. So yeah, you have to find a time. You have to find a happy medium.
You can't keep everything.
You can't keep everything. So she's wanting organization tips.
On the scrap, we keep it in rubber tubs and we donate it to the art teachers in the high schools.
Yeah, we don't keep our scrap anymore. I mean, there was a time when now every piece of beautiful glass that's this big,
4x4 or larger, we hang on to.
Yeah, I try to hang on to it, and I have a special bin for it. But as far as saving little tiny pieces of all different colors,
and it hurts to throw it away, but you know what?
We donate it.
We donate it, yeah.
So,
or you can sell it for $3 or $4 a pound, but you don't want people in your studio doing that, because that's like, don't even do that.
Well, you can, and you can make a little bit of money like that if you have time to do that. But, sell it by the pound. It's worth a lot more than $3 or $4 a pound now, though.
Yeah, it is now. Yeah, it is now, because we must have several hundred pounds in the studio.
I've seen a lot of people use the little clear Tupperware tins and then divide it by color. So I would suggest to do that, and then you can put it on a shelf, and then you'll be able to see the color. But decide what size you're going to keep. If you're going to keep, this size.
If you build a lot of flowers, then you keep pieces this big.
That you'll be able to.
If you don't do mosaics at all, my suggestion would be just get rid of all of it.
Donate it to the schools. Donate it to the schools. Because they love doing mosaics.
Number one, in the schools, the first thing that's cut in the budget is the art, okay? Find yourself some art teachers within your county and your community. Give them that glass. Give it to them.
Well, if you're using it, though, keep it.
Right. Yeah. When we did a lot of mosaics, we kept everything. And we used to do dining room tables and mosaics.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Yeah. We just ran out of room. And then when you move, we've moved a couple times over the years. Then when you have to move those tubs, you decide,
you're
hey,
like, whoa,
not again.
Not again. That's right.
Okay, Julie says she keeps her glass in clear rubber tubs and sorts it by color, and she holds on to it for mosaic and fusing. Yes.
Yeah.
Great idea.
Great idea. Yeah.
Christy wants to know how we are. Cat St. Jane's here. Hey, Cat St. Jane.
Hey, Cat.
Christy wants to know how we're dealing with the inflation prices, glass materials, and how that has affected our pricing of our new projects.
Well, we are going with the flow. Everything, freight is increasing, cost is increasing on materials. We just had a 15% price increase on flat glass all the way across the board. So flat glass being tabletop glass, window pane glass, glasses like that, laminated safety glass, tempered safety glass, things like that. So we have to keep that in mind. And we also are charging more for our work. We
have to
can't
charge.
eat it.
Yeah, we have to charge more for our work so that we can stay in business and make a profit.
Right.
So we can make a profit and stay in business. Those two things go together. So it's going to be tough. Prices are going to go up, and
Make your freight count. Don't.
yeah, you have to take into account for that freight. You're just going to have to.
Seems like it's $1
we're
a
going to have to
pound.
deal with it. If we want to stay in business, we're going to have to make adjustments, and
And the whole
our
country's
customers
making
will.
adjustments.
Customers understand that pricing goes up. So
Well, they're seeing it. Our customers are seeing the prices go up. They're feeling it at the gas pumps. That's not going to last forever, but they are feeling it when they do go purchase things like mattresses, furniture, all of the things that are connected with the motor freight that everybody's riding around in circles, wasting fuel for the wrong reasons.
you've been watching too much television.
Hey,
Mr.
I've had a lot of
Strader.
time in the month that I've been laying
Don't
down.
watch TV. That's my.
Yeah, if you watch TV, it'll just ruin you. Just don't even turn the
It's-
television on.
At least for a couple days.
Or if you can watch QVC, just don't buy anything.
Okay. Do we have any more questions? Okay. So maybe in the next couple weeks, we will have a new video in the next week or so.
Mhm.
And next Monday night,
Which is the 14th.
which is the 14th, we'll be back. We promise we will be
Oh,
back.
yeah. Well, the studio is set back up. We had the studio set up at the house, y'all, but the trying to upload something, I could have walked it out to every one of your houses before it got uploaded.
Yeah.
I could have brought you a personal copy of a live stream pre-recorded before it even got uploaded at our house. So anyway, we are happy to be back at our studio, back in the shop, and we're all ready to rock and roll. Right?
And if you like ARTyRV, subscribe.
That's right. Please subscribe to our channel, because that's the way we're going to hit our milestone of 5,000 subscribers.
We're working on it, guys.
And it's so close. Please.
Do you have a bell?
I got a ringer.
You guys can ring the bell. If you ring that little bell in the corner, you'll see a subscribe button. And then if there's a little bell there, if you ring that bell, then you'll know when we go live, and you'll also know when we send out a new video.
Right.
So
It's your way of helping us keep in touch with you. Just click on the bell, ring it, and
yeah. And
please.
We're live every Monday night at 7 p.m. We have over 100 videos, and you can learn to make stained glass at your own pace.
And we also have tools on our tools and merch page. Just simple thing. We have some glue chip left if you're ready to get started back on that. But don't forget, y'all, clean your cutter head. Just takes a minute. Put it on a piece of white paper and just see how dirty it really is.
Let me get this thing off of here. I don't know why it's just staying there, but here we are. We're back.
It's from our studio to yours.
Yes. So thank you, guys. And if you have any more questions, we're still here. We'll be happy to answer them. And what's the price of gas here? Ray wants to know.
Gas down here, Ray. I just filled Barbara's car up. It was $3.79.
That's for premium?
That's for premium. No, I'm sorry. Regular is $3.79. Premium in Barbara's car is $4.39.
$4.39.
$4.39 for premium. It was $88 to fill Barbara's car up the other day.
Night, night, Bonnie.
Good night, my friend.
Okay, so now we have a lot of people watching, so we should have some questions out there.
Got to be some questions rolling around.
You must have some questions for us, and we'd be so happy to answer. 411 for regular in PA. Wow. What? $9 a gallon in, oh my gosh, in Ireland. Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
I'm sorry to hear that,
Wow.
guys. That's just terrible.
411 for regular in PA.
No, we're still in the threes for regular here, but it's like really the high threes. But the premium, which Barbara's car runs on, and we have to run it on premium, is almost $5 a gallon.
Wow.
That's crazy. I feel for everybody. I mean, even us. We haven't even moved the work truck in a month. I know there's gas in it, but there's no reason to move it, so we're not driving it.
Government tax is what Bonnie says drives that price up. $3.98 in Maine. Heating oil is $4.80. Yeah, we're kind of worried about
Our propane
pricing. We use propane when we blow glass, so we're going to have to look at that and see how we'll probably be blowing for just a short amount of time
and having to adjust our prices.
adjust our prices. So we're going to have it tough. I mean,
I don't think it's going to get better for a while.
772 in Canada. Wow.
Oh my
Michelle.
gosh.
That's a lot.
Oh.
Okay. Well, I don't feel so bad now.
No, because there's
Heating
a lot of
oil
people.
for
All
it.
of y'all have a lot worse than we do. I'm so sorry. Wow. Unbelievable. It's
Okay.
unbelievable what's going on in the world right now.
Yeah. Lots of prayers to
A lot of
everyone
people
out there. And
makes makes all the other things seem really small.
Yep. Okay, guys. I think we're going to have to go home.
I think I'm gonna take Barbara out to dinner because she had one of our best lives ever.
What's
she got
for
the studio
dinner
put
tonight?
together.
Streeter, we're going out to eat. Are you
Yeah,
kidding me?
no, it's kind of early. It's only 8:30.
Okay, I'll go.
I had to talk her into it.
I'll go.
Well, I don't. How many
I'm
of
not
y'all
really
out there?
dressed to go
Just
anywhere.
answer this question: how many of y'all like to go home at 8:30 at night and cook dinner? Anybody?
It's almost cooked. I mean,
I don't see a show of hands.
Okay.
Nobody. Okay.
All right.
All right.
I'll go. I'm
All
hungry.
Right. She is. She's hungry.
So tonight, I guess we'll go have. I think I'll have some. I don't know. Scallops, maybe.
Uh-oh. I know the place for scallops for Barb.
Good to see you too, Ray, Christy, Mimi, Rochelle. Thank you, guys.
It's so good to see y'all.
Magali.
Monday night,
I'll
7 o'clock.
See you this weekend. Magali's coming up this weekend to Merle's Inlet.
Oh, we'll be here.
We'll be here. I do have to work Saturday morning. Well, I'll be at my house Saturday morning because we're getting a new mattress for this guy so he can sleep. But besides that, I don't have any plans.
No plans.
Okay.
So we'll look forward to it. We'll show y'all our interview with Magali.
Yeah, maybe we can share a picture. Susan B does have a question.
Sure,
okay.
Go ahead, Susan.
How difficult is it to get old putty or cement out of a leaded cabinet door that is sagging? Because I think the putty is coming out of the lead cane. The glass and lead is in good shape.
Well, the first thing you want to do is get that panel out of the cabinet, lay it flat on the table, and push it down flat. Flatten it out. Straighten it up. When you do that, any putty that's cracked or anything will come right out of it. So then you just want to brush it stiffly and then re-glaze the whole thing, and you should be good to go. But you got to take it out, lay it flat, and smush it down, flatten it out. Hopefully it hasn't bowed enough to where the lead won't go back to where it was. A little bow is fine. A lot of bow means please re-lead the window itself.
Yeah.
If you can't push it down flat and it stay there, re-lead it.
Right. Okay. So Magali's husband fixed her French toast for supper.
Oh my gosh.
I love breakfast for supper.
Yes, she
It's my
does.
favorite thing. But this guy's tired, and I've made him sit on this chair for long enough.
We're good. Hey, I sat on this chair a lot longer than I did prior to February, y'all. I promise you.
And so this is his
good.
first 1 hour completely at work.
At work. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
awesome. I'm still doing physical therapy in home because I will not go to somebody else's place.
He's almost done. I think he finishes up Friday with physical therapy,
Yeah.
and then he'll be back to work. But he had to come in tonight and
I still have to get clearance to drive, and but my foot is working good. I've been driving around the neighborhood, so that's awesome.
That was scary to begin with, but he did it good. He did good. He's been walking.
Yeah, I've been walking.
He's lost some weight. He's lost, I don't know how much weight.
I don't know. I'm down to 242, y'all.
He was
282.
So that's good.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get healthy.
We are trying to get healthy. And, you know, Barbara and I, since the beginning of time, when it was just her and I, we've always been 100 pounds apart. Me being the heaviest. So we're almost there now. We're more than that now because I'm still heavy. But if I get down to like 218, 215, we'll be right on schedule.
Yep. Okay. All right, guys. We're gonna head
Ray,
on
thank
out.
you, man. I appreciate it.
Thank
so
you
much.
for jumping in and being a part of this. Ray says he can tell you lost weight, Ed.
Thank you all for not giving up on us. You're right, Ray. Hey, I'm in a 2X now, my friend, instead of a 3X.
Okay. Kat and Jane wanted to know how Rapid Resizer went. Ed's doing Rapid Resizer, and I'm doing, what's the one I'm doing?
Bird's eye. No. Glass eye. I bought the Rapid Resizer for a year. Okay. I'm computer illiterate. However, I've downloaded everything. It's in my new computer that Barbara bought me before my operation. And that computer is going to be used for my Rapid Resizer. And now I'll be able to go home and check it out. And I'm going to learn it. And I will give you all a report.
You're going to have to, because they want to know. And, you know, the first thing, tell them what you did learn. It says that you get
a free thing. However, get your credit card out. It's free. It's free for a month, but you do have to pay for it. That way, if you forget, they're going to tag you the $17.99. So I said, you know what? If I forget, I know my limitations, everybody. I just bought it for a year, $119, saved $24, and I'll use it for a year. And if I like it, I'll keep it and renew my subscription. However, if not, I'll let y'all know, and I won't renew my subscription.
Yeah. So you subscribe for a year. I've got to put that program. Apparently, the program I'm looking at, I have to download. It's not in the cloud. His is in the cloud, and because I have to download it, I have to find a computer
that has Windows 11 on it or something.
No, well, that I have room for another program. My computers are over, so I'm going to do the other one, and then we're going to figure out which one works for us.
Works for our business.
For our business,
right?
So we've got a lot of different things we're working on. So I don't know. We're going to try them out.
And we're coming up with a whole catalog of new patterns with Ed's personal designs on them for y'all. So,
the best way to get in touch with me is go to the website, and it'll take you, if you go to the website, if you go to the Conway Glass website, there is a form. And if you fill out that form, that way it comes right to my email, and it'll tag it that it's coming from the website. So I know it's not spam, and it'll come right to me.
It'll let her know that it's coming directly from the website.
So there was a question how to get in touch. So yeah, go to the website, conwayglass.com, and then it'll come up. If you scroll down, conwayglass.com, if you scroll down, it'll have information get in touch
Okay.
and just fill it out. And it might ask you some glass sizes or something. Just, don't worry about it.
Budget.
So, yeah. So, do we have anything else we need to talk about? Let's see. It looks like we have 2 comments I haven't answered yet. Rapid resizer and glass eye. Yes. So, we're looking at both of them. And so, the company is, doing a lot of different things. And we're going to find out which program is best for what size company. Maybe we'll just need rapid resizer. Maybe we don't even need the other. But
Right.
I've heard so many great things about glass eye
Okay.
that I just couldn't just say, let's
Well,
just.
you know what? It was $119, and I'm sure it'll be worth it. And,
Okay.
and it's good till next February. So.
Okay. All right. So,
That was awesome.
and it's going to be a video. So it's going to take some time to work through the process. But we'll be sharing with you guys all along. And hopefully you can help us if we,
Yeah.
we may have questions. Okay. So are we ready to head out?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I just want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. It's so awesome to be back in your lives and on your computer screen. Thanks again tonight from Ed and Barb and the ARTyRV Glass Studio.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you next week, and we'll have a video out. Just keep looking for it. Thank you.
Thank you.